Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 our glorious Acasma Planet of Light and Healing Grid 5 year celebration. Can I get a holler in the house, a raise the roof? Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being this space. Thank you for being this space. This space is because you are. Ha ha ha. This space is because you are. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being. Thank you. However you are finding this space, however this alignment has shown up for you, thank you. You might be finding this space quite some time down the road even. You know, that happens, right? I've heard some of your stories. You know, some people have reached out and said, I found you through your Acasma grid, on your YouTube. And that's how they first find this space of Acasma quantum energy, the Acasma community, the pods of light. They first find this grid. And somebody might be doing that right now. How cool is that thought? And you're here as a resonance of the energy that is helping them find this way home to themselves. Does that make sense to you? Because you're here, you're a space of this. Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this space started, we have some guests, so we're going to give a little background as well for some that may be really new to this space. What is this space? This woman keeps saying. Well, this is the Acasma grid of light, the family of light that are the grid. And in 2020, about September or so maybe, I just had this knowing that I needed to build a grid of light. I had never heard of one in my life, in this lifetime. I hadn't studied them, researched, nope. So just think about that for a minute. When you hear your own inner knowing telling you something, you know, remember, it's okay if you have no clue what that something is. Does that make sense, right? How exciting is that? We don't have to know it all. We just have to be present enough to show up, to be available for it all. So I was available. I wasn't judging. I wasn't in my head. I was excited. I was grateful. I was leaning in. And here comes the understanding. Build a grid. Okay. One foot in front of the other and everything just fell into place, honestly. The knowing was just there on what you do and how you do and who would do. Yeah, even the who's, you know, they came. And now, 5 years later, you're one of those who's, who heard the call and who said yes, you know. So thank you. Thank you for saying yes. So we're celebrating you. We're celebrating the trust you held in yourself, you know, to come to this space with this woman who you probably listened to me here or there and you felt more than you may have actually registered mind-wise, but that's the best part. Yeah, it's more about our hearts than it will ever be about our head. Does that make sense to you? Yes. So, we're celebrating you. We're celebrating this grid of light. And you know the grid, there's so many layers to this. As we're letting people in the door, I'm giving you this information. We're going to jump right into this glorious space, which, by the way, is also a 1212 portal. Hello. Some raise the roof. Come on, let's go. All right, good, good. All right, so here's the thing. We're celebrating you. We're celebrating the grid. We're celebrating our trust in ourselves and our teams of light. And we're celebrating the new earth. We're celebrating the new earth, you know, because this is what the grid is. This is what you are. This is what I am. We are the new earth. It's not a place we're going to get in a ship and go off to. It's an existence of understanding of who you are and being it. So there's a lot of understandings on that space, but this is a celebration. This is a celebration of a space of a collective that united with one another to claim and to align and be that which it knew and knows in its being, its as its truth, which is its higher self, its I am in its now. Does this make sense to someone? Okay, great. So if you're visiting, that's who we are. We're this really cool group of people from all different walks of life, from all over the planet Earth. We're men, we're women, we're old, we're young, we're in between. We have different belief structures. We have different cultures, you know. Yeah. And yes, we have an essence, core alignment point that we share. That is the remembrance of our I am. Yes, doesn't matter where you're at right now, who you are right now, you know, all of this stuff that makes up your everyday you and this life and this experience. You are the I am having that space. You are the I am having that space. You are a space, a variation point. Yeah. An experiential expansion point for source. Did you know? Like, have you worded that way before? That's pretty trippy cool. I'm an experiential expansion point for source. Isn't it fun to have fun with it? To get excited about it, to hold gratitude for it. So for 2 days, I've been feeling the energy of this space in a really good way. But boy, I'm going to give you the background because it might relate and confirm some things for some people. So there's been a massive movement in the heart center over the last few days, massive energy in the heart, really like, you know, there's this concept of you have energy centers in your body. And so there's an energy center in your heart area. And in Acasma, what we do here, we believe and teach that your I am flows in through your heart as you allow. Yes. And yeah, there's the understanding that the heart center has a center right above it, kind of like a connecting point for the throat center, your authenticity. And your upper heart center and your main heart center are kind of merging. That's what I'm understanding. So this whole separation spaces of energy is even, on its way out, if you will, becoming a thing of the past, if you will, for lack of a better word, in the quantum space. Yeah. So I've been feeling that. I've been feeling this heart opening, almost like it's actually having to shift our ribs and our lungs and our chests, you know? Yeah. And light language has been a blessing. I speak the languages of the universe, and many of you do as well. All of you have the ability to do so, and it all just comes when your body and your being are ready for it to do so. But once it comes, you can allow it in those spaces of feeling those really big shifts and that energy moving in the form. And it will really assist. That's part of the reason why it's here. So trust yourself, again, is a big, you know, go-to phrase here in our community. Trust yourself and allow the energies to move, allow the shifts to happen, and allow your languages. And if they don't come in through verbal, your mouth, you know, toning, singing, speaking, they can come in through your hands. You can sign light language. You can hold position points of light language. Yes. Yes, there are so many ways you can convey this space of you. Why? Why is this important? Why am I bringing it into the call? It's not a bullet point. It's not on the list, but it's so important because you are expanding so rapidly right now, Holy One. No matter what increment you're in, it's still big. Yes. And these are spaces of your higher self. Your light language is a space of this you that you are allowing, trusting, and leaning into and being. Yes. So it will be more and more prevalent in your day to day because you're in that day to day as this space of you, this I am. Does this make sense? So be open to it. That would be a great idea. Be open to it. The order of the events. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save the 12/12 portal blessing till the end because I'd like to get really quiet with you and I don't want to worry about somebody who needs to get in here and they want to get in. I want them to be able to get in. So we're going to move the blessing part to the end. Okay, guys? Does that sound good? Okay, great. I love it when people agree. Okay, so we're going to bring on some speakers here now. We have some beautiful speakers that have come in to share with us today. And some of these speakers have been here for since the beginning. And some of these speakers are more new to the space, but we're very grateful for every perspective and every connection point. And we're also going to be hearing from our leaders of light as well. So we have our beautiful pods of light with our Acasma community, our Acasma grid. And we have the Beacons of Love pod. A shout out to all of the beacons right now. Quantum Kate's up there. I see her waving. Shout out to all the beacons. Hello, Beacons of Love. Woohoo! You guys are beautiful. So much love. So much love. Thank you, Beacons of Love. And we have our beautiful Sacred Joy pod here today. And our beautiful Kirsten's here waving. There she is. Thank you. And a glorious, beautiful Sacred Joy pod. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you for your presence in this space. And our eternal light within, our third pot of light, our Holly is here as well. And we say thank you to Holly, and we say thank you to our eternal light within pod. Woo woo! All right. We have our beautiful pods here, and we're so grateful for all of you. And these pods are basically smaller community spaces of the whole collective community here with Acasma. And this allows for a connection point within those small pod spaces with your leader and with your pod members, and space to allow you to embrace this I am that we're speaking of and engage your spaces of your higher being as you are being it in your human form in this now as the new earth. So these pods are here to nurture that, and nurture that means it's nurturing the grid, because we are the grid. So we're going to hear from the leaders, and we're going to hear from some individuals as well. So we're going to also have our drawing. So you may see me when somebody is speaking, you may see me writing a little bit because I'm making note of who's here. So when I do the drawing, it's very seamless, and I will have everything already ready to go. Okay? So if you see that, that's what I'm doing. Or I'm getting a really big inner knowing and I'm writing it down so I don't forget. All right, so we'll do the drawing right before we do the portal blessing, okay? I'd like to end with the blessing. Yes, okay, so let's see. We're gonna check this real quick and make sure who's here and go accordingly. All right, beautiful Quantum Kate. Thank you for being in this space with us. Thank you for being. Now, I have to give you a little lead in here. You're looking at our beautiful Quantum Kate. This woman has been here since day one, and I mean it. She was here in the beginning before I even heard Build the Grid. She was here when I first started doing the work in general for the just the world and community. And she was one of the first people that came and said, I want to work with you. So she's always been an incredible blessing and an anchor of this space from day one. And I'm eternally grateful for you, Janet Kate. So give us an idea of how, just for people to understand, how did you find the space? How did you find Acasma and me?
I found Acasma and you, like most people do, through social media. It was Instagram, and I was fairly new to Instagram, still navigating it. And you popped up on my feed one day, and I'm like, wow, I love the way she uses her. You were using your hands almost more than your voice, light language at the time, but you have such long, slender fingers, and your hands were so graceful, and your energy, as always, so beautiful. And I was in a space where I was looking for something. Um, I didn't know what it was, but it was Acasma.
I love that. I love that. I remember those videos. I do them sometimes still, but it was like coding. So it was like actually working the codes of the field. So yes, that's cool. I love that. I love that. Thank you for bringing that back into my attention as well. So when you first came across the space, you were looking for something, and what was going on in life when you found this space? Like, we're going to do a little comparison thing here. So you're on your way into the space. What's going on?
Well, not getting into politics, but it was after that election. And I was just depressed. And I was also semi retired and trying to find out who I am without being labeled uh, as my career. And that is for anyone who has done that or is getting ready to, it's a big deal. It's all of a sudden it's like, literally, who am I if I don't have that attached to my name? And so I was pretty lost.
Hmm. All right. So you come into the space from this kind of, you know, life going on. And if you had to do a snapshot comparison, what is it like now after the
Well, let's see. If the first snapshot was in black and white, my snapshot now would be in Technicolor.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's awesome. So, changes in the spaces across the board, like your personal connective points with family, friends, yourself, like,
Um, yes, to all of the above, especially to myself. Like I never really loved myself, which I didn't realize before, but I do love myself now. And I give myself a lot more grace than I used to. And it has really helped me, as everyone who has followed me knows, it's really helped me in my relationship with my mother. And I've seen a lot of changes. But I noticed a lot of times with my grandkids because I'm just letting myself enjoy them. And
mm,
so unique. They're just so authentic and like, when I was being raised, or even as I was raising my kids, it was just more rigid in a lot of ways. And I'm just loving sitting back. Real quick example. My daughter sent a video of my grandson who is 8 and he was in the spelling bee, and it's inside in like a gymnasium or something, but he has got like a down coat on. He's got his like cool little knit cap with the strings and the tassels hanging down, and he's standing there. And I like enlarged it. I like, are they outside? It was like, no, inside. And I thought, that is just so cool. I love it that he did it. And I know that his moms are okay with it. They may have shook their heads a little bit, but I love the authenticity.
oh,
It's so beautiful. And I
that's
think I
awesome.
appreciate that. I can appreciate that. And so I can relate to my grandkids a lot better than I would have, you know, before, I think.
I love that. I feel like that is the embodiment, being more present with the spaces and less with the old thoughts or the old beliefs or whatever it is, and just being really present and being able to hold an awareness of allowing new, allowing a new space, allowing a new vibe, allowing a new experience. So that's
They
really
like
beautiful. What is
they
it?
like me.
So you lead the Beacons of Love. It is the original pod. It has been here since the very beginning. Eternal Light Within was the second pod, and then Sacred Joy came on just over a year ago. We just celebrated, had a lovely celebration with Kirsten's pod members and Kirsten. So, what do you see that the pods offer? Like, what have you actually seen happening in people's lives through the pods?
Oh, I've just seen so much expansion and so many changes, all in positive ways. people finding homes, finding jobs, working through relationships with family. And they're just so vulnerable, to be able to speak up and share. And even the ones who don't speak up and share, I still have so much love for them because I've said before they're like my little chickadees, but it's so fulfilling, and I'm inspired every day by reading the posts. Just the quantum leaps that people are making in their lives. It's very rewarding.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for bringing that understanding in here of the space that we built as a family. We built this
It's
as,
family.
yeah, it's a soul family. It's an incredible reconnective space of divine love that's having a now in a new form and in a new way, and it's us finding all these spaces of connection, assistance, yeah, alignments with others that are doing the same, that have that same resonance. So thank you,
And
Quantum
I learn
Kate.
something every day from
Mm.
everyone in the pod.
It is. It's constant.
It's great. It is. It's constant. It's like, wow, they have really like skyrocketed. Okay. I'll read it again. I'm like, okay, I've learned something.
I love that. I love that. I learned, and we can say we learn something new every day.
Very true. Yeah, very true. You're never too old to learn something every day.
I love that. I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much for being this space with us, beautiful Janet Kate, Quantum Kate. We're so, so grateful for you and for our beautiful beacons of love, all our beacons. We give a huge shout out to you guys. Thank you for being that space she's speaking of and for filling it with so much love and kindness that people can feel the opportunity to come in and allow their expansion. And so another beacon is here today, beautiful Michaela. We're going to bring Michaela in. She's in the Beacons of Love with Quantum Kate. And so we'll ask, Michaela's going to share with us a little bit about her connection to this space with Acasma, with the grid, with the pods. Hello, beautiful Michaela. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, beautiful.
Thank you for agreeing to speak today at our beautiful celebration. And I'm just going to let you speak. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'd love to just hear whatever you feel to share with us on your connection with this space.
Oh my gosh. Man, I was kind of looking forward to the question.
Oh, well, you can take it in that manner as well. Like, what brought you here to this space? First off, that's always interesting. Like, I love to figure out, how did people find this space? How did you find this space?
You know, I am so grateful to be in this space with all of you. And this is my first time speaking to you over a call, to you, Andrea. And I
Oh.
just feel so gifted to be able to have this connection
Hmm.
of frequency.
Hmm.
And I feel like I'm remembering. I found this space and I'm remembering these. Oh my goodness, I'm getting emotional. I'm remembering these deep desires that I've always had within me, but as I've grown older, they have become more and more distant. And finding Acasma and learning the teachings, they're coming back online. And I'm remembering more of who I've always been. It's just coming back online, and I feel like I am coming back home to me. And I know that's so like everyone says that when they meet a Cosmo, but the most it's the best gift anyone could ever give them to themselves.
Hmm.
Is just to remember who you really are in your most authentic self. And it's helped me accept myself for all of me. Um, yeah,
That's
Um,
huge for somebody who was hoping for questions. Wow, you just did extremely well with that. That's so beautiful,
you
Michaela.
asked a question, and then I was like, "This stuff is coming online," so I'm just like, "I'm just gonna speak the things that are coming to me. I guess I don't need a question."
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, if someone is here today, how about this one? I think this would be helpful. If someone's here today that's new to the space, maybe they're not even in the grid yet or they're not in the pods yet. They've been invited by a friend. What would you share with them as to invite them to the space? Like what?
I would firstly say, be gentle on yourself. Be gentle and trust yourself. And when I say be gentle on yourself, I mean like, because when I first was introduced, there was like this level of like resistance
Mm.
that I was kind of being met at, like this kind of wall. So when I was introduced, it was kind of like slowly building my tolerance, for a lack of better words, of what this space was. And I didn't really understand it. Um, and so there was just this resistance. And normally when people are resistant to things, um, they have a hard time engaging in that space at
Mhm.
all. They'll completely back off and go do their own thing. Um, but I feel like there's this wisdom in this not new, but this thing of like going towards the resistance. Maybe there's something here for me. Maybe there's something I
Mm.
need to look into, that I need to reveal within myself. Um, and that's kind of what Acasma did. And when you do it, it just opened up everything. Um, yeah.
I love that. Again, oh my goodness, hello. So that's so important because I get a lot of emails where that resistance is coming in, and people will just be like, I really want to be here. It feels so loving, and there's so much, drawing me here. But, and they just start sharing this understanding of, you put the perfect word on it, resistance. That's not always the word they use, but that's what is happening. So that was really beautiful, Michaela. Thank you. Thank you so much for being this space, for sharing from your heart. And we're just very grateful you're here, Holy One. We're very grateful you're here.
Thank you. You know, I was so nervous too when beautiful Kate, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that she went before me. I felt so held when it was my turn to go. I was like, I hope I'm next. So I feel
Oh,
like I'm held in her, like what she said. I'm like one of her little chicklings. Um,
oh.
when she asked me to do this, I was resistant again. But that's what a Cosma kind of does, is it kind of gently opens you, and this is my expansion. This is who I want to become. This is more of me. This is my chance to become a new version of myself. And so me saying yes was like a big yes of like, I'm scared, but I'm here and I'm ready
Mm.
and it's time. And so there you go. There's more a cosmos. There's more. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We're all very, very grateful for you, Holy One. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Blessings on you, beautiful. Blessings. Oh, this is just wonderful and amazing, all wrapped up in one, isn't it? I love it. Hearing from those of you who are here to speak today is a blessing to all of us. So thank you for agreeing to do so. There's a lot of boxes here today. Okay, let's see. Our beautiful Kirsten. So this is our Kirsten. It's actually Kirsten, I believe, but I have a very hard time with that. So she loves me through it. She is our glorious Sacred Joy Pod leader. She teaches AQE Foundations like it's nobody's business. She teaches Master Teacher the same way. She's amazing. She runs that pod like
Mm.
it is just shining and gleaming and glowing. And I know her pod members know it. They know exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go is our beautiful Kirsten. I want to ask you those questions, but I'm also open if you'd rather just share whatever you feel. What would you like, Miss
Mm.
Kirsten?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for opening this space to all of us. And when I say this space, I'm not just talking about this grid time. We all know that it's so much bigger than this. And you said, when you were looking for my picture, you said, there's so many boxes here. And it just cracked me up to hear you say that, because what we all know, what we all can agree is the last thing that Acasma does is box you in, right? And so thank you. And thank you to Janet, Kate, and to Michaela. Those were beautiful shares. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. I feel really honored.
Thank you, Holy One.
Yes, of course. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask me a
Do
question.
you
We'll
want
do
do
that.
you want to tell them how you found the space? And
Sure.
we talked about it in the video the other day, though. We had that great hour or so video. It's on YouTube if you want to catch it. But I loved how you were saying you just came for a certificate or something. Like
I did, so when I found Andrea, beautiful Andrea, light language had just started coming through about 6 months prior. I didn't know what light language was. I'd never heard it. I thought I was, I didn't know what was happening. And so somebody told me it was light language. So I did what any modern person does. And I went onto Instagram and did hashtag light language. And you were one of the people that came in. And so I started following you that. And then I signed up for the grid and a pod. I didn't know what any of it was. I was so confused. So if anybody is like, what, there's so much happening, just breathe. We got you. You cannot do it wrong. And I took foundations. I had already had a healing practice that I'd had for over 20 years. And as I was thinking about it today, and I was remembering that space, that was back in 2021, I was really unhappy. Hold on. Michaela, thank you for bringing me all up in my feels. But the thing about Acasma, and Michaela said it beautifully, is it just opens you up. And what I didn't realize at the time was how shut down I was. I had a lot of bravado, which we're all taught to do. Many people are taught to do. But my husband and I were on the brink of divorce. And I don't think I've talked about that on here. We'd been very unhappy for a while. I was unhappy in my business. I was bored. I was jaded. And I was doing what a lot of people do when they're bored and jaded and unhappy, is I was looking for everything outside of myself. So happy I keep a roll of toilet paper next to me so I can wipe my tears. so classy in that way. But in any case, so yeah, I came into AQE Foundations not knowing how unhappy I was, not understanding how disconnected I had been, and really having a lot of walls up. And so I thought learning a new modality was going to fix everything. I'm sure people can relate to that. And what I found through this space of Acasma, through the pods, through learning Acasma, is I found my breath. And I found my magic. And the true space of who I was and how to express that and how to own that with wild abandon. Not only in my business, but in my marriage. I'm still married, 33 years, 33 and a half years. We're still in our original house, this house right here. And I'm very happy and settled and content and joyous. and optimistic and leaning into my edges and choosing expansion every time. And what I love about Acasma is that we are not going to do that work for you, but we will unyieldingly hold your hand as you do that for yourself. And that's what Acasma has done for me.
You guys are just hitting the ball out of the park today. I swear. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my goodness. Kirsten, thank you for sharing with us so deeply.
You're welcome.
Even spaces
I didn't know that was going to come out.
No, I mean, we've talked so many times. We've talked so many times. And I was like, well, I didn't know this one was in there, you know? So, wow.
I like to keep a few tricks in my back pocket.
Well, you got some. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. So, how about just bring us around to your glorious Sacred Joy pod?
Ugh.
What have you seen going on in there that lets you know, we're on the right track?
Whew. I have to tell you,
I love that when you start with that.
Sacred Joy rocks. I'm telling you, Sacred Joy is steady Eddie. Sacred Joy is the Sacred Joy family. For everybody here, everybody watching the replay, it is such a beautiful space of sacred serenity and a cosmic consciousness, period. People are finding their voices. People come in and they'll be like, this is the space I was. And then I remembered this about Acasma, and this is what I'm doing. And this is the difference it made. And I mean, it's really remarkable. It's, in my experience from the feedback that I've received, is that it is a beautiful space of safety. Safety to remember who you are, safety to express who you are, safety to try new things and play and ask questions. It's really, I've seen people find their light and express that. It's really been a gift.
Thank you, Holy One. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you. Thank you for being the leader of light in that space. Thank you for saying yes to yourself and yes to me and yes to Acasma and yes to all of the spaces, because you did. You jumped into every single one that was available. You did the destination events. You were like, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there.
Yes.
And I marvel at you. I marvel at you.
Thank you.
I am inspired by you and I am grateful for you. Thank you, Holy One.
Thank you. This
you.
is the space we are all, and this is the space we are becoming, and this is the space we came here to be. And we're doing it together.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's so
Thank
beautiful
you.
and fun, right?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful and fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let me go ahead and bring in our next speaker. And so this is also coming in from our beautiful Sacred Joy pod. This is Shamar. So this is Shamar from our beautiful Sacred Joy pod with Kirsten. I met Shamar in person at the Conscious Life Expo, I believe. That was you, beautiful Shamar. And here you are speaking at our event here.
Okay, so when I found the space, I was in a transition phase. One of those transitions. I was pretty happy. Was practicing a lot of things, learning. I was in my, that master student mode. So it was just every time, it was damn near like every time I learned something, I always wanted more. And it was just one of those things that even when I found peace at one of the other modalities, I was kind of like, I want to expand farther. I don't like some of the limitations that it is that's being placed upon it. Like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I feel like there's a box. So was doing a lot of things. Of course, Meredith was who introduced me to Acasma. She had told me, like, it's something new that she's just now doing it. Just now, I think she was one of the first ones that you did Acasma that learned it as well. And she was just like, well, just see what you feel about this. And I did it, and it's just been the feeling of it, it just made sense. During the attunements and everything, one of the ways I best describe it is it felt like me, so I could feel the love. So that was one of those, I guess, universal reassurances to myself that I was in the right place, that I was doing what I was supposed to do, so to speak. That was one of the first times that it was me that felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do, opposed to everyone around me trying to tell me what I was supposed to do based on my abilities, based on their beliefs of me or understanding of me. So I guess it's one of the things that allowed, because I allowed myself more to be, to express more of me. So it's like a different thing. Take care of everybody. We want everybody to make it if they want to make it. A lot of times, there, no knock to any other practices, but a lot of our practices aren't really like that. They kind of leave you in the kind of like, well, you got to reach to this level for that. But no, constantly reach where you want to meet everyone where they are. So it was a beautiful thing. Even now, fast forward to now, I don't know, it's been a big transition in my life. A huge shift, even me physically changing states of where I stayed twice within a year to where now I'm here in Texas. And I still feel whole. I still feel I don't feel like I've lost any of it. Doing what I have to do. I don't feel like I'm sacrificing or fragmenting doing these practices. If that makes sense. So it's just a big thing of I love being able to let my love. I know it sounds a little more short, but I do. I don't when it becomes. Sorry. Yeah. So I love being able to lead and being able for everybody to, being able to receive that love, being able to understand that there is light for everything, no matter what time or what space that you're going through. There is light for you that you have to allow. And that's just been one of those biggest things. Again, we speak about the resistance. Sometimes it's that resistance because sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Even though we want to get out of those dark places, sometimes we resist because we're so used to it, to where we're more comfortable here, allowing in because we don't remember. That's what we put ourselves here for the experience to feel like we don't. So Acasma helps us bridge that remembrance of when it's not like. Yeah. So it's good. I told us. So I try to Pearson that you guys spoil me every time I'm selected for something. So it's been nothing but love. It's been nothing but love. Even me, first time in person in California at the Conscious Life Expo, it was up for love there. So I was I was really amazing. Like you gotta experience. Like put them all together, them being in this space, put in that space how they were, them the husband as well. So yeah, like guys, go check it out. Like it's something that you'll love. Or like of this, this next event, however, not to add any separation, but just for the sake of this it's lovely. And as you see everyone, once you see seeing some of the people that's in it, you just love that everyone's there out of pure love. There's no judgment on but you can language. It's not everyone's very inviting about at your faith, at your speed of how you allow yourself where you go on your journey in life. And I think that's the biggest thing. for us to be all accepted alone. So with that, that's why I'm here at Acasma now, and I love it. You, thank you. Trust yourself. You know, whatever adversity comes, and bring the support to us all. And so thank you, guys. Also, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Shamar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I loved your points you shared on how this is an expansive space. It allows you to continue to expand. It doesn't put you in a space where you learn a part of it and then that's all there ever is. You know, and it's kind of, you know, it's extremely exciting that it's ever expanding. But I make a joke that my teachers and my facilitators, they go, oh my goodness, we better listen because she's teaching again. And the space keeps opening and there keeps being more information. But that's because we're in this, Acasma meets everybody right where they're at, and it came in to meet us as we were ascending. So it's this incredibly beautiful journey of the shift of our frequency, of our vibration, as we shed off older thought processes, belief structures that vibrate a certain way, and we implement and allow these new ones, you know? So I love that that's what you mentioned, you know, it wasn't boxing you. So thank you, Shamar, for that. Thank you for bringing that into the space and for all that you shared with us. We're very, very, very grateful. So thank you so very much. Let's go ahead and look at our beautiful Eternal Light Within pod. And we're going to go to our Holly, our leader of Eternal Light Within, and a shout out to that beautiful pod. It is a powerful pod. Oh my goodness. Bless Holly's heart. She works full time, and then she is also in there being an incredible leader of light. So thank you, Holly, for your service to humanity and to all of us. We love you dearly. And if you would share with us whatever you want from your heart, if you would like questions, it can be, you know, letting us know how you came into this space and kind of like where you were at when you came in and, you know, where are you now, that kind of understanding.
Well, hello, everyone. This is weird. I see myself talking to myself, so just bear with me. No, this is Acasma is so amazing. When I first found Acasma, oh my gosh, I found you via YouTube, I think, and Instagram. And I was like, what is this? I was searching, you know, I think Acasma finds us exactly when we need to be found. I think when we're ready, we find Acasma. And Acasma is a way of living, a way of life. That's what I've come to find out. It's definitely not just a certificate. And I always wondered what you meant by that. And now I absolutely know. Expansion is growth. And I'm so grateful that I can grow with all of you guys because we are growing every single day. I tell myself, I'm like, every day is a brand new Holly. It's a brand new us. It's a brand new. So it's a.
I love that. I love that. What have you seen in your pod, Holly? Because you've seen a lot. That's a good group. That's a big group. They're very active in your pod, very active. You have people from all over the planet,
World.
a lot of different backgrounds, beliefs and everything, but they're coming in unity with this Acasma connection. So what kind of changes do you see? So what spaces have you seen there?
I see a lot of connection. I mean, there's a lot of activity when I'm sleeping. So everybody's just in there and they're just all in there and all supporting each other in the Acasma way. It's so beautiful. And it's a safe space and it's a space to express your fears, express your joys. It's a connection place. And I love that. And I love getting in there and going, oh my gosh, there's so much activity. And I love sharing photos of the sky and the sun. But it's more than that. It's the connection. It's appreciation of all the beauty that is around us. And it is. There is beauty everywhere. And sometimes it's hard to see that in our, you know, day-to-day, mundane, sometimes, you know, grind. But Acasma lifts us up. Acasma is ascension. Acasma is ascending. I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful, Holly. You did phenomenal. That was wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Holly?
Acasma, I loved what Michaela said and Kirsten, and it helps you face your fears. It helps you open up. I don't like to talk in front of people. I don't like to speak up. But-
I was just gonna say, now everybody here, please note, Holly used to keep her camera off. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that now look at her. She's got the camera on and she's the main speaker. Like she said when she came on, oh my goodness, I'm filling the whole screen. I'm looking at me, you know? So take into consideration, this is such a great visual of what is available if you will allow you and trust you.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Acasma is a way to open your heart. I didn't realize how closed my heart was. I always thought I was very open-hearted. Oh no, I was guarded. And like a lot of us are, you know, and Acasma has helped me open my heart. And I've met so many wonderful, wonderful people here. And it's family. It's absolutely family. And it's so inclusive. I love the pods, but we're a family. It's a connection. It's a beautiful family of light. And I'm so grateful for every one of you. And I love you all. And I love you, Anne.
I love you, Holly. We love you, Holly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being in this space with us, Holly.
Thank you.
Blessings, Holy One. Blessings, blessings, blessings. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to bring in Gregory is in the Eternal Light Within pod. Many of you know Gregory. I also know him as Coop or Cooper because he calls me Murph. That's a whole big connection to the Interstellar movie. And Gregory's an ambassador to the pod, to the Eternal Light Within pod, and he's going to be sharing his space, his love with us today. So here's our beautiful Gregory. Welcome, Gregory.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me, being able to speak and allowing me. And I did make my big notes again, but I'm going to adhere to the little protocol you have going on because I will go off again. And when I read a little of our itinerary and how did I find Acasma? You know, can I beat you to that one already? Because
absolutely.
Oh
Please
my
tell
goodness.
us.
You know, I was led to it. I found out after the fact, if anyone believes this, because for me to get into the physical body that I needed to be in, that I think because I dropped a lot of weight, I sobered up, I stopped working as much because of the distractions I have with my feet. And so I took care of my personal affairs and started to do that. And because I knew the path I was going on was not where I was going. Everything was great. Marriage, children, our one little girl, job, but being a good alcoholic and making it look good, there was still something missing. And being that good Christian person, it wasn't doing it for me. And I started getting lost and then found. And then after being laid up for a good, I knew I was going to be off for a while, and doing my research on folks and finding, I know Michaela said it the best. You feel like I'll bring that up later. But when I was in my quiet time, and I'm a chef for 30 years, and to be freaking taken out of that, going in at 7 a.m, coming home at 7, 10 at night, all the time. That's all I knew. That's all I did. And I was a good-hearted person. I was just did it all for the wrong reasons, I think. But everything was fine. But taking care of myself, and I knew that I was not whole. And when I didn't find Interstellar, the first movie that I jumped into, but when I knew that I was going to be months in bed, and I said, I'm going to turn to my old sci-fis and my Star Wars, and went to Coherence. And when this people are leaving you messages from another timeline on your doorstep, and they're right there just because of an anomaly, but it just brings you back to, they didn't tell me back in Catholic school the whole story. You know, I knew God, source, great spirit, Buddha, or whatever direction you want to go there, it was bigger than what they were telling me, aside from the lies right in front of our faces every day. And when I heard or saw someone doing light language one night, and I dreamt about it, and I know that was you. And that next morning, YouTube again with the Holly and whoever else found through social media, I just found you, and I was emailing you that day. The energy that went through my body and my solar plexus, I told you, and it still goes through today. So I don't want to go into my huge story, but I do want to tell people, I want to rewind and go backwards. I have the honor and blessing to be at the Conscious Life Expo with this family. And I am so excited. And I don't know how I'm going to act. I don't know how I'm acting right now. I hope I'm acting great. And I just love Acasma. I love how I taught it. And I learned, after how I'm dealing with my family now, I know I'm home. I know I'm home and where I need to be. After I took the AQE course, you know, you're all gung ho. I'm born again. I need to find what's going on in my life. I need to get away from my family. I need to get away from all these people that don't understand me. But following the processes and listening to you, listening to Kirsten, listening to Holly, being in our pods, and it grounded me, and it brought me to a point where I could realize I have this energy. And like I said, I'll tell you a little story. I don't know how many folks have this, but that night before I met Holly coming out to Sedona, and I was taken out of my body and shown the endless possibilities, probabilities, the beauty. And we're not this meat suit. No, we're not, you know, and we're home, we're here, and we're however you define that. But I knew I was on my right path. And then people's being in your presence and being in your immediate family or your husbands and Kirsten, Janet, Kate, Holly, and Horter, and Allie, everybody who was there, Eric, it was just resonance and wow. And I was just in Zen in my whole trip back. And now I came home, and not to the point, because I go back to, the little Rolling Stones song, went down to the demonstration to get your prescription filled. And you met with your fair share of abuse. And we deal with that every day. We have our hardships, we have our troubles. But finding your wholeness, using the tools and resources that you and your family offer. And it's as simple as the crystals we wear, or the Acasma stars and the keys that we use, and the love through the pods, but it hits you right here, and it brings you back to everything's okay. Like, I know I'm home. Like, we are all awakened right now. We just have to realize it. And Acasma, and you guys, you, Andrea, I dreamt about you last night. It's going to be another side thing, folks, but I don't dream too often. And Michaela, I mean, like, we were somewhere, and I caught your attention. I think it could have been, and you were higher than me, and you just said, you just looked down on me, and I came up to you, and you said, just hold me. And you said, and whispered in my ear, just hold on. And I was lifted up by these, just, I don't know how many millions of angels, guides. And it was, then you wake up. But I was blessed with that, because if you know my story, after I found Acasma, I don't dream too much, and I don't sleep too much. But when I do, I cherish it. But going back to finding Acasma, going back to even Sedona, and that night, and being taken, you tell your immediate family, no, some people get you. It's like, I'm a good alcoholic, so I go to my AA meetings. It's the same. It's not the same frequency. It's the same wavelength to me, because everybody has a vice, and where do they need to go, and an outlet of how they're going to get rid of some negativity. But finding that balance, man, that is what Acasma does for me. It's seeing everyone from your wholeness, as seeing every being. I don't care if it's from the bug on your windshield, or the wind blowing through your window on your face at night, or me meeting Holly at the airport and coming out there and just having that connection of oneness and being with not just like-minded people, like-hearted people. Kirsten Hope, I'm going to get the songs next time at our dance party. And I love it. I'm never ready for it, but we are ready for it. And if you come in at that higher vantage point at all the times, and that's what Acasma has taught me, to live from that, as that's another story, but to know that you are whole, and to know that you are loved, and to be able to talk about that, and the energy moving, that's a whole nother part of a physically moving energy. Acasma has taught me to ground my energy. Like, what do I do with this? When I had that out-of-body experience somewhere in Missouri or Montana or wherever, I was like, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, because I just didn't know what to do except call my daughter and say, we're not what we are. And it was the only second time I've had that. And I don't get my visions. I don't speak perfect. I mimic light language, or that everybody does, because it's so beautiful. And that's one thing that got me just so enthralled. So it is all relevant. But when that energy comes through you and you don't know what to do with it, you're a little lost. But I'm learning that, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm learning that I'm at peace at home, and I'm not leaving, and I'm going somewhere, and wherever you're at is home. And I'm always in a cosmic state of mind, and I just love all you guys. Honestly, it sounds chilly, sounds freaky, and just, we all have the same story, but everybody's got different situations. Could I have the next question, please? Sorry.
I love when you said an Acasma state of mind. I think that
It's like
should.
a Cosmo Woodstock to me.
Yeah, we should
it's
put that
beautiful.
like on a shirt or something. I'm in an Acasma state of mind, No, that's fantastic. And you share so many spaces so beautifully, so quickly. You kind of like quantum share. But no, grounding it is so big. There's so many people that are walking through that space of feeling this ascension process happening. And that was the very first message I got, when I wasn't teaching yet, and I hadn't named it yet, and I hadn't drawn a key yet. I was just me entering the space in the very, very beginning of 2020. And I did automatic writing. I wrote about it in my book. And the message was, they said to me, you hold grounding frequencies, and these humans are going to need them, because they're going through this massive shift space of their being where they're going to be going into higher frequency, higher flow, and they're going to have to ground it, So I love that you brought that into the space. And I remember in the Sedona gathering, Gregory, you on the couch, we had everybody in the living room, and we were working and doing our thing. And, I could see the energy moving through your form. I could see your physical body trying to process you, calibrate you, house you. So I think the grounding part of this is such an important thing to bring into this. So thank you for bringing it in. Is there anything else you want to share on that part of it, Derek? Or
I do. I want to tell you what I'm going through now, and it's balancing of masculine and feminine. I'm not saying me and Shamar are the only gentlemen here, but it's a big challenge.
No, there's a lot of other guys here. We have other guys here. Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
But it's so nice. And I only got through half of Rise of the Goddess, but I had to go back and take the whole AQ.
I love that you took Rise of the Goddess, Gregory.
But it's just the masculine and feminine are balancing. And I've noticed that, to find that balance in everything and everyone.
Yes.
That's where I'm at now.
Yes.
And wow, what a change in life. And thank you all. Thank you.
So Gregory, I'm going to put into the video the pictures of us, because that divine feminine, divine masculine, we were up there on the top of Bear Mountain. Kirsten took the photographs. That was incredible. And there were so many moments with everyone who was there that was, bringing in that divine masculine, divine feminine balance that is going on, So thank you for bringing that into the call as well. Thank you for your space in our beautiful family of light, Gregory. We love you. We love you. All right, guys, let's look at this. We have some others here to still speak with us today. We're very grateful for this. Let's see. Let me see if I can find them. There she is, Debbie Preston. We're going to bring her in. This is beautiful Debbie. Many of you know Debbie. Debbie is in our beautiful Eternal Light Within pod as well. Hello, Debbie. Hello, hello. Look at you, gorgeous.
How are you?
I am so well. Thank you for agreeing to speak. I've loved our times together. You and I have
Ugh,
had some really incredible spaces together, one on
yes, we
one.
have.
And then we've
Yes,
seen a lot together with the family and the group. But
yes.
Debbie, do you want to share from your heart? Do you want me to ask you questions? What works for
I
you?
don't need questions.
Okay, you go for it, girl.
As you can see, I have Bibles.
Oh.
While you and Gregory were talking, before anything, I'm writing ground.
Mm.
Let me tell you what has happened for me. When I found Acasma, I was in a really dark space.
Mm.
I am taking care of a narcissistic parent in her elderly years. It's not an easy job. Very, very challenging. Well, needless to say, there have been moments of that. Acasma has definitely gotten me through it, and I've had to go back to the basics to start all over again because I thought, I got my certificate, I'm all good. I'm not good. I'm just like everybody else. I'm nowhere near good. It's funny though, because I just had an episode where my mother had an outburst with me. And I don't usually go to the pod with this, and I did. Hang on. This is such huge, huge energy. I have put up with a lot of abuse from this woman my whole life. The other day, she said something so hurtful. And it was in front of the nurse. I have palliative care that helps me out now. And it was so hurtful. And I literally snapped. And I had been biting my tongue and holding back and getting my book out and trying to live totally by Acasma. And I lost it in front of the nurse. And I'm so sorry. I'm such a crybaby. I came home and I was so shaken and I was so overwhelmed. I literally couldn't control myself. I went in and I meditated for a while. And I got in the group, and thank God I did, because I don't know that I would have got through that dark moment without them. There have been so many moments of joy. I know this is just a bad situation, and I hate to bring up the bad in such a wonderful celebration. But you know what? It's there through the good, the bad, the ugly, the hard moments. I have literally been blessed with Acasma. The sessions we've had have been a blessing to me. I said to Kirsten, I'm not sure. You have me so confused sometimes.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what to call her. I'm sorry. Anyway, I watched the video of you and her shaking, and I said, oh, that is such me when I have a session with you, because the energy in my body goes crazy right now. You see it? I'm going crazy. The energy is just unbelievable. When I am around this group, and I cannot wait until February, and so I can actually put my arms around each one of you and give you the biggest hug ever. It's really become a family. I don't have much family. I am my mother's only daughter. My older sister got away from her 35 years ago and never looked back. But I found a half sibling 5 years ago, and that's been a total blessing. I mean, we're 11, 13 months apart, and it's like we're twins. We look totally different, but it was meant to be. But Acasma is really a good thing. I mean, if I could reach just one person and say, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Do it for yourself. because it really does give you joy and peace of mind and a family that you never expected to love.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Thank you. And I don't ever speak either. So I feel Michaela very, very deeply.
Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you for
Thank
letting
you.
us into this space.
And can I just say one more thing?
Yes,
Acasma has opened up for me. You know, I knew I always had gifts and I knew they were always there. I've had many experiences. I just never, ever shared it with anybody. Everybody thought I was crazy when I was a kid. Oh, you didn't see that. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, it's not there. It's there. I have actually filmed myself just like you with the light beings all around me. It's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing.
I love it. I love it. Yes. It's
Thank you, Andrea.
Oh, you are so welcome.
We love you.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. I love you too. I love you all. I'm so grateful to find people that all have these open hearts, you know, to allow
Yes.
these spaces of ourselves. So thank you so much. And thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
We have one more here to share with us today, I believe. Let me just check and make sure I'm not missing anybody that came in late. And then thank you all for your presence. We're going to have our beautiful blessing in a moment as well, our 1212 Porter blessing, and our giveaway as well. All right. Okay, so we're going to hear from another beautiful family member. This individual is actually she's teaching AQE Foundations right now, and she's part of our grid for quite some time. She's an incredibly beautiful being of light, and she is also, she translated the AQE Foundation's PDF. She actually translated this for us to Slovenian so she could teach it in her native language. So how cool is that? Oh, there you go. You're good. And look at you. You're gorgeous. This is Maya, everyone. Welcome, Maya.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maya. I am from Slovenia, and I agree with all. And that's it.
Okay, hold on a second.
No, it's a joke.
Okay,
But
okay, okay.
But it is, okay.
I wanted to just add as well, you did the expo with us as well. So, and you did Sedona. You came out to Sedona.
Yes.
So you've had some really big in-person spaces as well. Okay, Maya, would you like to share from your heart? Do you want me to ask you questions? What works for you?
I will just continue the Gregory thing if I can.
Absolutely.
Because I would like to connect it with the Acasma grid. So you, Gregory, shared that you did in the Sedona the thing with the like the balance masculine and feminine. So how I found Andrea, I found it through like my through TikTok, but what I experienced is a twin flame experience. So what they did, I didn't know, but I felt everything. Not they like what they did, what you did. So I felt it. And I contacted Andrea and I was like, Andrea, what are you doing? Because I am crying. And it was so big that it was a big release. And I felt connected a lot. And it was a huge balance. And this also, to me, expresses the grid as well. To connect it with the grid, this experience is in 2 years, I work with Acasma, is that this is how it helped me and supported me through like everyday life. So I felt the grid, even though I was not connected with the grid. So this is what it gave me, like a huge support. And before meeting Andrea and Acasma, I was wishing for the soul family to meet, and also I was wishing for like somebody to help me to deal with the twin flame experience. So then I found it, and then it happened to unfold through the years. So it means a lot. And I know like now, whatever I do like everything. I go to Greece, I go to the sacred sites, I'm a tour guide. I do all kinds of things, but I know that it is behind me. It is around me all the time. So this in a short things, yes.
All right, I love it, Maya. I'm just going to add on here, and your feedback is welcomed. So, when you were speaking about what are you doing, Andrea? So that happens to us a lot. Like we'll hold a space as a group, or I'll do something for an event, and Maya will read it energetically across the planet. And she won't know for sure if I'm there or I'm doing it, but like in the physical sense, like she didn't read an email or see a post about it. She'll feel it in her being. Haha, I love that. And she'll send me a message and she'll say, "What are you doing right now? Did you just do this?" And usually I just did. So it's really awesome. And when we were in Sedona, it was a really big space for the divine masculine, divine feminine shifts when the year prior, actually in 23, Maya was there, and we had the same shifts happening with the divine masculine and divine feminine, but it was just a different layer, right? Because you got to build it. It's like a foundation. And so at one point we were coming out of the birthing cave, and there's video on my IG and on my YouTube about it. I'll put a clip here. But there was a portal. There was a portal we walked through, and Maya was a divine anchor for the divine feminine, for the twin flame connection as she went through the portal. And we were all drumming and chanting and singing, and Kirsten's doing light language with her hands and coding, and it was incredibly powerful. The next year, fast forward, basically almost exactly 1 year, Maya wasn't there. She was in Slovenia or Greece. You were in Greece, I believe. Yes. And we had a lot of divine feminine, divine masculine grid work going on again. And it was the morning of the event with Gregory and the group. We were up top of Bear Mountain, and I was seated behind Gregory on the red rock, and we were lifting our arms. Gregory lifted his left, I lifted my right. And if you follow spiritual understanding of the body and energy, there are a lot of teachings, not all, but a lot that say that the right side of the body is the masculine, the left side's the feminine. Yet the masculine was lifting the left and the feminine was lifting the right in this particular moment with Gregory and I. So Maya's in Greece. Gregory and I are doing this space. I get a text as soon as I get off the mountain and I have service. There's this message from Maya. "What did you just do?" She felt all of it. You know, she described it so clearly. She said there was a shift of, there was a polarity shift with the TFs, you know, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the twin flame collective. And this meets everyone right where they're at. This meets twin flames right where they're at. This meets individuals who are highly connected to Jesus, Yeshua, right where you're at. This meets people who come in with a more scientific-based understanding of energy and consciousness, meets you right where you're at. But your ability to feel it also confirms the quantum energy side of what we're doing, Maya. Your ability to register it on another part of the planet without being given physical written notice or something is a beautiful confirmation of our abilities as higher consciousness in human forms. So thank you, Maya, for that. And is there anything you want to share in connection with that?
I think that was pretty good. Thank you all. Thank you.
All right, Maya, we love you. Thank you, Maya, for your space in our family of light. We are grateful you are here. Thank you, Holy One. All right, so what a beautiful space. Am I right or am I right? Everybody's giggling. You're right. You're right. Okay, lady, this is great. Oh, my goodness. I love you all. I'm just going to breathe for 1 second and look at you. Look at you. Oh, my goodness. Look at you. You're glorious. Faces and names. Love it, love it, love it. Glorious, glorious you. All right, we're going to end with a blessing. So let's jump into the giveaway. So how this works, we have our beautiful leaders of light have all offered to gift one C2C Acasma Quantum Energy session. And I think Janet Kate, Quantum Kate, has also offered to include an additional gift for an additional winner of a drumming audio. She's lovely with the drum, and she makes these beautiful audios that are very incredibly beautiful and powerful. They're done with the teachings of Acasma bioquantum vibrational healing technique, which is another beautiful space you can embrace if you choose to. And so, Jenna Kate, we have 2 winners that'll be coming in your way. And then we have the Eternal Light, Holly and Kirsten. They will each have a winner as well. Now, I've been writing down names and moving this all around, so I have this all ready and good to go, so we can just jump right through. All right. So, the winners are for the beautiful, here we go. We're going to do first, you and Jenna Kate. Do you want me to specify, or can they choose? Like, can you're
Of
gonna,
course they can choose. They're sovereign.
okay. Oh,
They're
I
in
love
the
it.
Acasma family.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful. Okay. So here's our 2 winners that are gonna be contacted by Quantum Kate. So get your pencil out, Quantum Kate, write down these names and I'll send them to you as well. You really don't have to write them down. I was joking. We're gonna have, for connecting with Quantum Kate in a C2C Acosma session and or get a drumming audio created just for you, Jamie Lynn. Jamie Lynn, congratulations, Jamie Lynn. I hope you're still here. You were here earlier. All right. And also we have Julie. Is Julie here? Julie. Congratulations, Julie. Congratulations, Jamie Lynn. You guys have won this space with beautiful Quantum Kate. And I will make note of it for everyone. Now we're going to move on to Kirsten. Maybe I should just start saying it the way other people do. We don't want to confuse people. All right. So you are giving away an Acasma Quantum Energy Session C2C as well. And I have your winner. Guess who you are? Guess who won? Guess who won? Ready? If I say this incorrectly, please forgive me. Madeline or Madeline. Yay, there she is. Yay. All right. All right. So you're gonna work with Kirsten. You get a beautiful gifted Acasma Quantum Energy Session. And now we're gonna look at Holly. Holly's gifting a session. Who won Holly's Acasma Quantum Energy Session space? Ready? Veronica. Veronica. Yay, Veronica. We're so happy for you. And Holly will get with you and set that up. So that will be a lovely time. Now, I will be giving away one Acasma Quantum Energy Session as well, a C2C. And I went through the names, and here's my winner for the C2C with me. And it is Cindy. Cindy. Yay, Cindy. Oh, sorry about the loud clap. Yay, Cindy. Woo. All right. So that's our winners. I think I've done that correctly. Everybody's been accounted for, and we will get with everybody accordingly to give you the availability and schedule everything. Okay. So now I would love to offer a 12-12 portal, a Acasma Quantum Energy Session blessing space for everyone. And whether you're finding this on 12-12 or you're finding this at a totally different time of year, it doesn't matter. You found it when you were ready to find it. And if you're here live, here you go. So if you could just allow yourself to be comfortable for a moment, you do not have to see me. You can close your physical eyes. You can allow your breath. Ha! Yes, yes. Just allow the space, please. There you go. Just allow the space. Yes. Just allowing your breath. There's a massive opening going on in that beautiful heart center, and it is completely connected with the upper chamber, with the throat as well. So this is moved into, for if you're hearing me right now, no matter where you're coming in at, as far as how you trust yourself or how you feel you understand what we've been talking about, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're coming in at on that. If you're hearing my voice right now, your heart center has expanded and your connection to your throat is completely available for your I am to flow through your authenticity, through your now form. It is your PowerPoint to allow your authenticity through love. And you've heard so many speak here today about not having to get away from everything that's in your life. That is not necessarily how authenticity rises. Authenticity shows up, period. And then everything in your life gets to reset to it. Yes, please allow your breath. Just breathe, nice and slow, nice and deep. Yes, we're blessing your root lines for grounding. Please breathe. Yes. We're opening the crown to allow for flow. There's a lot of energy moving through the head, the mind, the third eye. Please breathe. Just allow the space. Yes. Yeah. This is connected with the movement of your being into the higher alignments of itself. This is connected, this space, this you, this moment, this now. My voice. Yes, yes, yes. This is, yes, an expansion of you. Right now, the mouth of God, the I am center at the base of the skull, on the back of your neck, you know, the top of the neck at the skull, is expanding. This space of you is expanding. Just breathe. Your authenticity runs from your throat center at the front, if you will, in the front of your neck, kind of in your visual, all the way back up a bit on an angle to the base of your skull. The mouth of I am, the mouth of God, and the mouth of you, understanding it's one mouth. Yes! Ha! Can you breathe, please? Yes. Yes. Please allow your breath. Yes. And allow the space. Just be the space. You're doing this beautifully, holy ones. There's a lot of energy moving. Just be the space. Yes, just be the space. There's nothing else to be right now but this space. Just allow. Yes. Allow your breath. Beautiful freedom coming in right now. This sense of freedom, this wave of freedom just flooded over the body. You've aligned a new space. Yes, you have. It is freedom. It is the remembrance of the I am within the now. It is a new level of your way of being, your functionality as a human. Yes, it is who you are. And you have decided to allow it, to welcome you home. Yes, just breathe, please. Just breathe. Allow the space. Yes. Allow the energy moving in the form. Allow the body to reset itself accordingly. For many, this is the nervous system. There's a reset in your nervous system. There's a space for those who have been exhausted. There's a space for those who have been elated. There's a space for those who have felt balanced. There's a space for everybody. It doesn't matter. Just allow the reset of the nervous system accordingly. Please breathe. Please allow. Yes, thank you. That throat is opening even more. And the mouth of God, the I am at the back of the skull, it's completely connected. It's not two separate spaces. It's one divine flow. Please allow, please breathe. Yes. Yes, please allow the space. There's grounding going on now. Grounding of the being, grounding of the I am within the now, grounding of the expansiveness, the flow within the form. Just allow. There's a feeling of weightlessness, a feeling of limitlessness, a feeling of peace that passes all understanding flowing through your body right now. Just allow it. Just allow it. It's on your breath. Yes. Breathe. There's an anchoring of the divine feminine and the divine masculine in divine union. That is divine balance. That is the inner child healed and whole. Breathe. It's fast, I know, but that's where we're at now, in being these new humans. Yes. Breathe. Ha! Ha! Yes, allow. Ha! Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you. There's a blessing on your hands, holy ones. Whether you sign your languages of light or hold positions with your hands to allow the energy to amplify through that space you are holding, whether you speak or chant or sing or hum, it doesn't matter. Just trust yourself as you move forward and allow your flow. You are a higher dimensional being. You are a being of light, and you are inhabiting a human body and vessel and life to experience yourself, to experience humanity. You are not here to only bring in the higher. You are here to allow the now human experience. Yes, and to embrace it and balance it with your wholeness. Please breathe. Yes, please allow the space. Yane yakaoa ye iana sawatea. Peace to your mind, Holy One. Iana sawa tea kaokoa. Peace to your heart. Yes, kanea kaoa utoanea. Breathe, please. Clearing on the left side of the brain, left eye, left cheekbone, left temple. Just let it go. Clearing. Yes. Just allow. Breathe. If you need to say it, hear it in your own being, think it, speak it, I let it go. Ha! Yes, thank you. Ooh, much better. Thank you for that. Big clearing, big release. Thank you for that. Now bless your life before we close this space, this blessing space together. Bless your life. See it with your inner eye. Whether that's a calendar laid out before you or events in your mind coming up and that have even been already had, you know. Bless your life. Direct your flow. I bless my life. I bless it with joy. I bless it with gratitude. I bless it with understanding. I bless it with compassion. I bless it with love. I bless it with trust. I bless my life. I bless my life. Direct your flow. Allow your flow. Trust your flow. Be your flow. Breathe, please. Yes, your loved ones are a part of your life. You bless your life. You bless your loved ones. Strangers are a part of your life. You bless your life. You bless them all. Yes. Allow your breath. Yes. Allow the space. Yes. You're going to slowly begin to bring your focus back, holy ones, to your physical sight. If you do not want to bring your focus back, you do not have to. You can stay in as long as you want. But when you are ready, and you bring your focus back to your physical sight, you're going to make note that the vibration is new. We always say this because it's very important. Whatever you're making note of is going to unfold. It's going to be present and available. My vibration is new. Yes, the vibration is new in the space around me. The vibration of the grid is new. The vibration of the pods is new. The vibration of all the spaces of connection you hold, I hold, we hold is new. Our vibration is new. Allow your breath. You can even feel your vibration, like making note of it really matters. Feel your body. Put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your chest. Breathe and feel your body move with your breath, your flow within your form, and think as it moves, my vibration is new. Like you're contemplating it, you know, you're sensing it. Yes, you're acknowledging it. My vibration is new as you're breathing and feeling your form move, you know. And you're looking around the space you're in, outside, inside, it doesn't matter. You're looking around and you're able to acknowledge as you see your reflection, my vibration is new. Yes. It's very, very helpful. It is your PowerPoint. It is how we are all created, and we are engaging all of the spaces of our higher flow, allowing it in our now. Our vibration, is new. Our vibration is new. All right, holy ones. A quick shout out to everyone who was in the pods today and saw that Barbie's niece needed help. Her niece was in the hospital and things were not looking very good. And everyone flooded into those pods and they held her in Acasma flow, in Acasma love, and in Acasma light. And within hours, we received a message from Barbie that her niece was actually doing much better. And so she sent in a huge I love you and a thank you for everyone who came in with that healing love and light. So thank you very much. And thank you, Bobby, for letting us know as well. Thank you for all the comments that are in this glorious chat. I've read them all. I'm so grateful for them, your love, your kindness. I'm just really, this is my favorite place to be, is with you, doing this beautiful space, being this beautiful space, allowing this beautiful space. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Holy ones, unending blessings. I'm grateful for you beyond measure. We have a beautiful Acasma grid for December. That this was not the grid, this was the celebration, all right? So remember, our grid is the last Saturday of the month at 10 a.m. All are welcome. If you're not already in a pod, please let me know. I'd love to put you in a pod if you'd like to be in one. There's a sign up button on the front page of my website, sacredexpansion.com, or you can email me directly. But I would love to help you find your way to a beautiful pod. We'd love to have you. If you're not already in the grid, you're visiting and you're like, hey, this is awesome. I want to be this space. Same thing. Email me or go to my website and please hit that button to join the community. It will help me find the information that you send and get you what you need to join us. Grateful for our leaders of light. Couldn't do it without you. Kirsten, Quantum Kate, Holly, we love you, we love you, we love you. We are grateful for you all. Blessings, holy ones.
We love you, fearless leader.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all.